welcome back. On this video we are comparing my beloved RE150. Yes, this is an actual vintage Roland Space Echo RE150, not a 201, I know, but it's still super cool. I absolutely love it. Probably my favorite piece of gear. And the new Boss Space Echo RE202. So not exactly the same thing, because that's based, let's turn the reverb off. This is based on the RE201. I don't have a 201, but I've got the next best thing, okay? So let's hear how it sounds. Really the key is the preamp in this sucker is amazing. The tape is, I'd say, medium aged. It's got glitches, you know, dirty pots, whatever, but it's a magical piece of gear that I can't take it anywhere because it's so fragile and old, kind of like me. All right, if you're curious about how close the Boss unit comes to sounding like this unit, that's the goal of this video. We're not going to go through all the different sounds, but we are going to get the essence of the tone, see how close you can get with the Boss unit. And obviously the Boss unit is much more agile, I suppose, in that you can put it in a pedal board, and it's less fragile as this one is. So that you're hearing right now, you're hearing the Space unit, the original Echo, Space Echo. I was going to say Echoplex, Space Echo. All right, now, I know you can't hear it on the camera, or on the video, but you can hear, when you turn this on, you can hear that of the kind of tape spooling around, which in my mind is awesome. But anyway, it's not something that you could hear in like a playing situation. So here we have how I typically set it. I typically have it set on the second or the third repeat. In this case, it's the second head. And that's kind of the setting that I would typically use when I'm playing. So let's even slow it down a bit. So you can hear some saturation on the note itself, on the delay. Now, I will say that because we're going through this unit, the preamp is affecting the dry signal of this guitar as well. Not so much, as you see, I'm not running it very loud. If you can see the meter at all, it's staying in the green, well in the green, even if I'm really smacking it. But you can hear the wow and flutter of the aged tape. So let's increase the echo volume. And of course, that's what happens with a unit like this, is that it's glitchy. Dirty pots and such. There you go. I need to get it serviced. Let's see if I can emulate that sound through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn the echo volume off. Okay, I'm going to turn this on. You know what? Let's try to match it first. So let me get the actual tempo. Guess I should maybe move it to the second head. So actually this is the slowest it goes on the second head, which is not accurate for me. So right off the bat, I wouldn't say that the head speeds are 100% accurate. Again, this is not a 201, they're emulating the 201, but it's definitely not the case here. So I have to go on the third head speed here, the third head, and emulate the second of this one, okay? So let's just get this guy. pretty close there. Faster. So I will say that pretty good. There is a little bit more of percussiveness to the note in this, which I talked about in the other video, just the RE202 video, where there is certain percussion in the note coming forward in this that isn't quite the same in a lot of the other units. This comes close to it for sure. Okay, so there's something in the EQ as well. Let's try to get it. Try the original. So there's something in the way that the note, the presence of even the after repeats after the first repeat. There's something there that is more even. It's a natural decay. Whereas with this one, it's close. Maybe there's a little more saturation and wound flutter. Let's get that with this guy. The notes tend to duck out of the way a little bit more with this thing. I don't know what to say, how to describe it. It's really close though. I mean, listen, we're nuts. We know that we're crazy. Guitar players, we're out of our freaking minds, right? So I'm really nitpicking at this thing, but There's a modulation there, but there's something going on with the notes where it's ducking out and it's just so musical. Whereas this one, there's a digitalness a little bit. Maybe it's a little loud. Let me. Tape. Increase the volume. No, I like it better with the new sort of sound. You can mess with the wow and flutter here. Now, what I did there at the end, they're super close, and this is a great unit. I will say, I give this thumbs up for sure. This Boss unit, it is really, really close to having this magic. The one thing it's missing, which would be so cool to have, would be a little analog meter, right? And I don't know, probably make the pedal impractical and huge. But even if it's a digital one, whatever. But to emulate this preamp on the front end, not have to go on the back end of it, because I know on the back end you can kind of do it, but it's not really the same, and I don't have time to go into that right now. But the magic, when you turn up the preamp here, and the volume, I'm going to turn the volume down on the amp a bit, because it's going to push the front end of the amp. But if you can hear that, so... So it's not just the actual delay that's affected in terms of saturation, but it's the front end of the signal as well, the direct signal. I mean, it's pretty cool. Whoops, wrong one. But I wouldn't have it quite that high, but I like to drive it a bit. sure, but I just wanted to give you the essence of what you can do with the preamp on this thing. It really does something to the tone that's magical. Anyway, that's your taste of comparing a real deal Roland Space Echo, albeit an RE150 instead of a 201, to the Boss unit. I'll also have a video linked up where I compare it to the NUX or the NUX. They've got their version of that as well. And yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Leave a comment if you'd like to support me and the channel. Check out, I can't speak. Check out the shirts, the description down below. I make them myself and I'd really appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys on the next one.